On the beautiful campus of Rochester Christian University and inside of Garth Pleasant Arena, this is Warriors basketball on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here with you saying hello everyone and welcome to our broadcast as the Rochester Christian Warriors host the Madonna Crusaders. The Crusaders come into Garth Pleasant Arena 15-9 on the season, 11-5 in conference play, and one of those 11 wins in WAC play was an 81-65 win in this matchup back on December 7th. Madonna is led this season by Brendan Young, just under 17 points per game this season for Young. Also comes in second on the team in three-point field goals. Had 19 points in this matchup back in early December. And on the other side for the Warriors, they come in 16-7 overall, 8-7 in the conference. They're led this season by Brett White, averages right around 21 per contest, shoots it at a high percentage, 47% overall, and just a shade under 40% from three. We'll step aside from inside the arena, counting you down to tip-off between the Warriors and Crusaders next. Well, there you have it. There's the word from public address announcer Mark Stowers here inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. Stephen McDonald here with you on the RC Sports Network. Starting lineups for both teams as we're just about set to jump it up. James Fisher will jump it up with Matthew McClellan. McClellan out there with Isaac Anderson, Amani Weston, and Ethan Immersion, the guards. Brendan Young on the wing, and we're underway. For the Warriors, Fisher's out there with Brody Parker, Brett White, and Gunnar Walters, along with Dustin Farrow. Warriors will get us started with this one. Should be in store for a high-scoring affair this afternoon. Madonna comes in 85 points per game on the year. Warriors right around 80 points per contest. Rochester Christian turns it over on their opening possession. Here's Young, goes inside and score it for Isaac Anderson. Anderson second on the team in points per game at just over 14 per contest. He can also go up and grab a rebound at over 7 rebounds per game. Walters gonna skip it cross court. That pass picked off with one hand by Ethan Immersion. Anderson, outside far wing for Weston. Now McClellan backs his way in, and it falls against Brett White. McClellan can score the basketball too, right around 14 points per game. Fisher top of the arc. White a little give and go, gets it right back. He's gonna rise and fire for three, that's off the heel. Rebound down on the floor for Dustin Farrow. Reset it with Walters, who steps back at the free throw line. White for three, bang! Mentioned in the open, Brett White shoots it right around 40% from three. He puts one through. Anderson fires it from the free throw line. Now Immersion with it. Anderson steps back on Farrow. McClellan wants the three, got the three. Give the assist on that McClellan three to Isaac Anderson. Here's Walters. Behind the back dribble, just going to work against Weston, left it short. Weston trying to go coast to coast, lay it up, lay it in. Just about 3 minutes in, Crusaders by 6. Brody Parker from a long way out. One hop off the rim, tracked down in this corner by Walters. He'll try the two. That pass tipped and stolen by Brett White. He'll try to go end over end, lay it up. No, follow up, good by Dustin Farrow. Farrow has been solid this season in his freshman season. 9 points and about 6 rebounds per game. Couple threes falling early for the Crusaders. They're 2 out of 2 from the outside so far. Brody Parker looking to answer back with a three of his own. Rebound pulled down by Weston, who just knocked down the three a moment ago. Check that, that was Isaac Anderson on the rebound. McClellan gets the two, give the assist there to Anderson. Walters, straightaway three on the way. White, the offensive rebound, knocked loose and picked up off the floor by the Crusaders. Anderson trying to skip it across. That was disrupted by Farrow. Weston to a three, and that one's through. Crusaders filling it up from beyond the arc to begin this one. Another rebound down to Anderson. Crusaders coming into this one haven't shot it particularly at a high percentage from three this season, only about 35%, but they have been solid from beyond the arc to begin this one. 3 out of 3 from out there. They lead at 17-5, 14:52 to go in the first half on your home for Warriors basketball.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school. I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character.
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 Madonna couldn't have started this game any hotter from the field. They're 7 for 7, including 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. They lead this one 17-5, still 14:52 to go in the first half. They're led by Amani Weston with 8, Matthew McClellan right behind him with 7. Isaac Anderson has their other 2. Banging down low, kick it into the corner, extra pass, finds Isaac Anderson, 10 to shoot for the Crusaders. Anderson spirals, dips inside, flips it up. No, that'll be their first miss of the game. Walters gives it off to Ashton Gould, who's checked in, and he traveled with it right at midcourt. Coach Pleasant not happy with the start to this game for his team. White has 3. Dustin Farrow has their other 2. McClellan tried to go baseline on Gould. He was denied. And then a reach and a foul on Gould. That'll be the first on him, first foul of the game going either way. Immersion off a screen by McClellan. Drops it off to him on the baseline, gets it back outside to him. 8 to shoot. McClellan ducks in and scores. McClellan already up to 9. Farrow cutting towards the basket, lost it out of bounds. That'll be another turnover by Rochester Christian. Looks like that'll be their 4th turnover. And again, the hot start by Madonna. 8 out of 9 to begin this one as Anderson on the attack, leaves it in the far corner. And now they'll back it out. And a travel called that time. Looks like they got Brendan Young. James Fisher comes back into the basketball game for Ashton Gould. So the Warriors running with their starting group here as Fisher comes back in. Walters looking to attack against Anderson, picked up the dribble. Crusaders want to travel, and this time they do get it. Out there for the Crusaders, it's Anderson, Josh Wan, Brendan Young, Sasaroga, and Immersion. Brody Parker goes all the way in, lays it up, no, but a whistle and a foul. He'll step to the free throw line here, try to cut in to this deficit a bit. They get Josh Wan for his first. Brody Parker to the free throw line. First one's up and through. Brody Parker good for 2 at the line. Comes into this one about an 80% free throw shooter. Drop it off on the baseline. Extra pass goes into the corner for 3, and Josh Wan triples. They cannot miss from the outside. That's their 4th 3 already in this one. They're 4 out of 4. As Fisher goes in, he gets tied up, and the possession arrow favors Madonna with 12:25 to go in the first half. It's 22-7. Spiraling, kick it outside, driving on Walters. Wan into a 3 again. This time doesn't go, rebound Farrow. And a quick whistle and a foul on the rebound as he came down. They'll get Weston for his first, team second. For Farrow, that's already rebound number 4 on the game. Tried to drop it off to Brett White, trying to find it on the floor. It'll be tied up. And the possession arrow in favor of the Warriors here. This bounce pass looking for James Fisher, nearly turned over. Brett White has it, finds a wide open Gunnar Walters for 3. That's off the mark. Put back up and in, counted on a foul for Brett White. Foul goes on Young, that's his first. McClellan checks back in. He's already got 9 points in this one. Hasn't missed from the floor yet, 4 out of 4. Brett White's at the line for the and 1 and gets it. Brett White now with 6. Immersion steps back. He's going to fire for 3, and that one's through. Fifth 3 already in this game by the Crusaders. We still got 11 minutes to go and change here in the first half. It's 25-10. Gunnar Walters gets tripped up, lost the handle. Weston all alone, flushes it down. Farrow, 4-3, and it's through. Warriors need a little bit more of that. Immersion rising for a long two and sticks it. Fisher spinning, works his way in, no, draws the foul. Looks like it'll go on Sasaroga. That'll be his first, team's fourth. Fisher will go to the free throw line. Crusaders 12 of 14 from the floor to begin this one, including 5 of 6 from beyond the arc as Fisher knocks down the first free throw. Isaac Anderson comes back in for Immersion. Second one by Fisher is good as well. Not too often you see a team start a game like this shooting almost 86% from the floor. Go baseline with it. He's trapped underneath the hoop, missed it point blank, got his own miss, put it back up and in. Sasaroga with the two. And Brett White took the extra step and traveled with it. 10:01 to go first half, 31-15 is our score. McClellan with 11, Amani Weston with 10. On the other side for the Warriors, Brett White has 6, Dustin Farrow with 5. Wide open 3 for Juan, no good. They'll try, check that, drives in, leaves it for Weston for 3, that's no good, and then Brett White tried to go up for the rebound, says he got fouled coming down with it, and it's out of bounds. They do call the foul there on the rebound attempt by Brett White. They get Josh Wan for his second. That'll send us to the media timeout with 9:45 to go in the first half. It's been a hot start for the Crusaders. Warriors looking to climb back in this one from Garth Pleasant Arena on your home for Warriors basketball.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character.
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 (31-15) is our score. Middle stages of our first half, 9:40 to go in the half. Crusaders 13 field goals already in this one, 5 of 8 from the outside. They've already got 9 assists on those 13 field goals. Farrow rises, tried to float it, doesn't go. Crusaders on the other direction. Weston layup good. Weston now with 12. Parker steps into a 3 from a long way out. That hits off the front of the rim. It's loose on the floor, picked up. Runway is clear, lay in good by Isaac Anderson. The lead out to 20 for Madonna. Walters outside for White, into a 3, spins it out. Straightaway three, thought about it, instead goes all the way in, was denied by White. Whistle and a foul is going to go on Brett White. That'll be his first, team second. McClellan will go to the free throw line. First time at the line for him today. He's already got 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. First one's up, and halfway down it popped out. He'll have one more try at the line. And doesn't get this one either. James Fisher tracks down the miss. Warriors with some work to do. 8:15 to go in the half. Walters bounces it for Fisher. Fisher goes in. Layup, yes, and one. Foul goes on McClellan. His first, team's sixth. So the Warriors getting close to the bonus here with 8:06 to go. Fisher's free throw comes up short. It's Anderson, Weston, Davis, Young, and McClellan for the Crusaders. Parker, Farrow, White, Walters, and Fisher for the Warriors. That'll be a turnover on the baseline. Ethan Immersion comes back in. Amani Weston will sit down. Weston sits with those 12 points. Fisher's going to screen for Walters. White spirals, leans back, and fills it. Tough shot, made it look easy. Back-to-back buckets by the Warriors. Baseline pull-up does not go. Farrow the rebound as Anderson misses. Walters off the screen, steps back out with it. He's got McClellan on him. There's a mismatch there. Extra pass finds Brody Parker for three. And for a split moment on that possession as going in, and looks like that's going to be an offensive foul on the drive, but going back to that last sequence by the Warriors, there was a moment there where James Fisher was being guarded by the much smaller Jermaine Davis. Could not take advantage of that matchup. Warriors draw the charge at the other end. 6:55 to go in the first half. Walters leaves it for Brett White. Crosses over above the free throw line. He'll lean in, float, and it pinballs and falls. Warriors slowly starting to make their way back in this one. Davis has it out high, leaves it for Immersion. Far side of the floor, Young for three. Rattles off the rim. Race for the rebound is won by Gunnar Walters. Walters backs his way in, leans back, fills it. Still 6 minutes to go in the first half. Warriors offense starting to come to life here. Immersion from a long way out for three. That's off the heel. Race forward in the corner. That's out of bounds. Going the other way. They'll send back in Amani Weston. Short rest for him. Walters driving, wraps it around the baseline, outside White for three. Halfway down, popped out, Gould the offensive rebound, and Gould the putback. Down to a 10-point game, 5.5 to go in the half. Immersion to the elbow. Young, extra pass goes baseline. Reverser, no. Got his own miss. Swing it around the arc to Weston. And that pass lost it out of bounds. Another turnover by the Crusaders. Momentum for the first, we'll say 10 minutes of this game was all Madonna, and now starting to shift back the Warriors' way. Walters leaves it for Gould over in the corner. Back outside to him, driving. Bounce it in for Fisher. Give me that! Count it on a foul. Warriors have cut it to 8 with a free throw upcoming. That's a timeout on the floor with 4:49 to go in the half. Fisher will shoot one when we come back.
The value of champions character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
.49 to go in the first half. Warriors at 1 point earlier on this half were down by 20. They've now closed it to 8. James Fisher will go to the free throw line to shoot one on an and one just before the timeout. He's 2 out of 3 at the line already today. Comes up short on this one. Ashton Gould pulls it down. Brett White into a three. Bang! Don't look now, but the Warriors are within 5, and they're in the bonus with 4.5 to go in the half. Into the corner, Young wants a three, got the three. He can shoot it from the outside, came into this one second on the team in 3-point field goals. He adds to that total with that one. As this pass stolen away by Anderson, went down to a knee to go get it. 8-point game, still 4 minutes to go in the half. Leaves it for Weston, that's blocked, and a foul is called by Brett White. He met Amani Weston at the summit, and they call the foul. That'll be his second. That'll put Amani Weston at the free throw line. First one's good. Farrow comes in for the Warriors. Brett White will sit with those 2 fouls. Satchel Love comes in for the Crusaders. 2 at the line for Weston pushes the lead back out to 10. After the Warriors just moments ago had it to within 5. Parker finds a wide open Farrow. Took a little too long to go up with that shot, had it blocked. It'll stay with Madonna with 3:45 to go first half. And we said at the opening of our broadcast this was going to be a high-scoring game. Both teams come in averaging 80 or more points per game on the year. Crusaders came out hot out of the gate, shooting at 85%. And a foul on the floor. Looks like they'll get Ashton Gould on the rebound. That'll be the second on him, team's fourth. Driving, going up, no, by Amani Weston, but he draws the foul. Weston has a game-high 14 on 5 of 6 shooting. Matthew McClellan has 11 on the other side for the Warriors. Brett White has 13 on 5 of 9 shooting. Young into a three, bang! Brendan Young's knocked down a couple here of late. Lead stretched back out to 13. Quick rest for Brett White as he goes over to the scorer's table. He checked out a moment ago with 2 fouls. Brody Parker ducks in, missed the shot. Immersion comes this way for Young. Straight away for Weston, working on Farrow. Outside Young for 3 again. This one doesn't go. Love the rebound. Weston trapped on the baseline. 12 to shoot for the Crusaders. Immersion. Extra pass finds Weston for 3. Spin it out. Offensive rebound goes back outside for Immersion. He dances through the lane. Love goes up with it and scores. Love just leaned in on Fisher, found a little opening there and got it to go. 2 minutes to go in the half. Parker, long 2, off the front end. Satchel Love the rebound. Love gonna drive in on Fisher, now walks it back outside. Young goes baseline. His pass is stolen away by Brody Parker. He's got to step up the floor and he'll score. Well, after the run by the Warriors, Crusaders went on a 10-0 run of their own. See if the Warriors can try to get one more push in them before the half. And that's a travel called under the hoop by Satchel Love. 1:15 to go first half. 45-32 our score. Brett White will come in for Ashton Gould. So it's the starting 5 out there for the Warriors. Parker, Walters, White, Farrow, and Fisher. It's Anderson, Weston, Love, Young, and Immersion for the Crusaders as Walters picks up the dribble, leans back at the free throw line, and rips the net. 61 seconds to go in the first half. Warriors have once again trimmed into this deficit a bit. It's 45-34. We'll take the timeout on the floor on the RC Sports Network. We've got a minute and 1 second before we hit the half. 45-34 is our score on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Stephen MacDonald here with you. Amani Weston has 14 to lead all scorers. Matthew McClellan right behind him with 11. Brett White is in double figures for the Warriors with 13. Swing it around the arc to Anderson. 13 to shoot. He goes in on Brody Parker. Outside for Immersion. Zip it down low for Love. 5 to shoot now from a long way out. Knocks it down. Immersion from downtown. Had to put it up with 5 to shoot, and he buries it. Shot clock is off for the final 20 seconds. Fisher will come out to screen for Walters. 7 to go in the half. And a reach in and a foul on Isaac Anderson. Get him for a hold. And with 4.2 seconds to go in the half, Warriors were in the bonus, so that'll mean free throws for Gunnar Walters. George Rashotka comes in for Ashton Gould. Again, 4.2 seconds to go first half. Walters at the free throw line. Misses on the first. It was a 1-and-1. One last push for the Crusaders. Up with it goes Young, and that's off the heel. Had a good look from just beyond the arc. And at the end of one, Crusaders will head to the locker room up 48-34 as we take a look at some first half stats before we send you to the half. Crusaders shoot it just under 58% for the first half as they started the game at about 85% to begin, jumped out to a 35-15 lead at one point in this one. Amani Weston finishes the first half with 14. And on the other side, Brett White, 13 points on 5 of 9 shooting. Madonna goes 8 of 16 from three-point range. And at the end of the first half, 48-34 is our score. We send you to the break from Garth Pleasant Arena on your home for Warriors basketball. Welcome back inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. Second half just about set to get underway between the Warriors and the Crusaders. Crusaders jumped out to a big lead in this one. Warriors at one point, though, got it down to within 5, and then the Crusaders immediately responded. They shot it just under 58% from the floor in that first half of play, as you take a look at some of the first half stats there on your screen. Shot it 8 of 16 from three-point range. Both teams have made their way back out on the floor. Second half is a go. Amani Weston finished that first half with a game-high 14. Brett White leads the Warriors on the other side with 13. Immersion into a 3 off the back of the iron, and Farrow was going for the rebound, whistling a foul as he went up for it. Foul goes on Anderson, his second. Farrow looks like he wants to go for Brody Parker, instead backs in, got caught up, and then his pass was intercepted by Brendan Young. Immersion for Weston. Gunnar Walters tried to step in, take away the basketball from Young. Swing it around, driving goes Weston for 2. Shot clock was starting to wind down on the Crusaders. Weston just put his head down, got to work, and got in for 2. Now Fisher is going to go up and lays it in off glass. McClellan, outside straightaway 3 by Young, splashes it down. Said it at the start of our game, he can knock it down from there. Third 3 of the day for Young. Ball swatted away from Farrow. Immersion left it for McClellan. McClellan wasn't ready for it. 3 on the way, back-to-back threes by Brendan Young. Pass poked away and somehow stayed in play. Leaning back and scoring goes Brett White. Young now with those pair of threes has 12 on 4 of 8 shooting. You can do the math, all 4 of his field goals coming from the outside. Pass taken away by Dustin Farrow. He's on the run, lay it up, no. Whistle and a foul on the layup. Foul goes on Young, that'll be his second. And with those 12 points, Brendan Young now the third Crusader in double figures, led by Amani Weston, 16. First free throw is good for Dustin Farrow. Second one spins out on him. Driving goes Weston and draws a foul. That'll be Brody Parker's second. Young wants a 3 again. This time doesn't go for him. Knocked down a couple already here in the second half. Second game of the day between the Warriors and Crusaders. Fisher goes up and gets fouled. Warrior women knocked off Madonna 92-60 earlier this afternoon. 16:49 to go in this one. Fisher to the free throw line, and as he does so, take a look at the upcoming schedule here in just a second. First free throws off the back. Next game for Rochester Christian will be on Wednesday the 12th, first game of a 3-game road stand at Michigan Dearborn. Then they'll be at Lawrence Tech as the second one drops in. And finish out that 3-game stint at Defiance on February 19th. We'll finish out the regular season here on the 22nd against Cleary. We'll have both games of that basketball doubleheader for you right here on the Rochester Christian Sports Network. Anderson tried to work his way in on Farrow, 8 to shoot. Has it over in the corner. Young leaning back for 3. And Farrow able to hold it in. That leaning back 3 by Brendan Young there. A little bit of a heat check for him. Sideline inbound for the Warriors. Brody Parker's pass taken away, intended for Brett White. Some miscommunication there between the two. You could see Brody trying to direct White where he wanted him to go. That flip shot doesn't go. Young right there for the putback, no. Got his own miss, tosses it this way for Immersion. Outside, Immersion thought about the 3, passed it up, pass taken away. White in transition for 3, rattles out. Young, one more pass. Able to hold on to it in the hands of Isaac Anderson. Contested jumper, knocks it down. Had James Fisher's hand right in his face, got it up and over him, and that's tough to do when James Fisher's all of 6'10". Bounce it for Fisher, backing his way in. Brody Parker steps inside and draws the foul. Couple subs will come in for the Crusaders. Looks like Josh Wan and Satchel Love will check in, but we've got the media timeout before that. 14:52 to go in the game. It's 58-40 Madonna. This is the RC Sports Network. $14:52 to go in the basketball game. 58-40 is our score. Stephen MacDonald here with you on the RC Sports Network. Crusaders have 3 players in double figures, led by Amani Weston, 16. Brendan Young's knocked down a couple threes here in the second half. He's got 12. Matthew McClellan has 11. White, 4-3. give the assist to James Fisher. Brett White has 18. Immersion gets to the baseline, pulls up from there, missed the shot. Rebound, Farrow. Possible 2-on-1 the other way. And Brody Parker just lobbed it to nobody. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay at this end. Walters will inbound. Walters, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists in this one. Corner 3 by Farrow. Immersion works his way through the paint on Farrow. Outside Anderson. Immersion driving all the way in. That's blocked by White. Picked up by Walters. Immersion's down behind the play, trying to get back into it. Corner 3 is through, and a fist pump by Gunnar Walters. Warriors saw the opportunity. Immersion was trailing that play. Walters was open for 3 and buried it. Here's Anderson. Swing it around the arc. Immersion going to get bumped and fouled right at the free throw line by Gunnar Walters. Out there for the Warriors, it's the starting 5. It's Anderson, Juan, Love, Immersion, and McClellan for the Crusaders. Go inside looking for McClellan. In a crowd, and it falls. Warriors bench wants a travel there, not going to get it. Nice little impersonation by Coach Pleasant over there on the far sideline, showing the official what he believed McClellan did on that move. Laying at the other end doesn't go.
For the Warriors.
12:45 to go in the game. Isaac Anderson at the free throw line. He's got 6 points on the afternoon. Make it 7 with the free throw. Also has 5 rebounds, 3 assists in this one. He gets 2 at the line. Young and Weston check in for the Crusaders. Immersion and Josh Wan check out. Walters bounce past baseline. Brody Parker, he'll turn and spins it in. Ashton Gould checked in for Dustin Farrow during that last stoppage. Going up with it is Satchel Love. He gets fouled by James Fisher. Just the first on Fisher. Satchel Love at the free throw line, misses on the first. One more for him at the line, and he's good on the second. 63-48, 12:15 to go. Walters leaves it outside for Brett White. Up fakes, now goes up for 3, spin it out. Offensive rebound, Fisher trying to work his way through traffic. Doesn't get the shot to go, but draws the foul. Just some tough work inside by Fisher. fought his way through 3 defenders to draw that foul. Looks like they get McClellan for his third. That puts Fisher at the free throw line. Free throws number 7 and 8 for him today as he gets the first. Second one's up and knocks that one down as well. Crusaders still shooting at around 54% for the game, almost 48% from three-point range. They've got 10 threes in this one. Anderson loses his defender and knocks it down at the free throw line. Just dispensed Brody Parker and knocked down the free throw line jumper. Looks like Josh Wan will come back in here in a moment. Fisher going in, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul. Josh Wan and Nikola Sasaroga come in. Fisher with the turnover on the offensive foul there. That's their 15th turnover of the day. Came into this one averaging right around 11 per contest. And when Anderson just a moment ago hit that free throw line jump shot against Brody Parker, that put him into double figures. He's the 4th Crusader to reach double figures scoring here today. Ethan Immersion would be next in line. He has 8. Foul there goes on Gunnar Walters, his 3rd. Weston for 3, spin it out. Brett White got it off the floor, doesn't have numbers the other direction. Lobs it for Fisher, and he lays it up and in. Parker stole it, thought about the 3, he'll go in, floated, and tipped it in, but they say it was still above the cylinder when Brett White got a hand on it, so wave it off. Tough break for the Warriors. Parker got the steal and just couldn't convert on it. 10.5 to go in the game, 65-52. Good look inside as he was falling down. That was Weston. Able to find his man inside as he was going down. And with 10:23 to go, Madonna now in the bonus. Sasaroga to the free throw line. Got the first. First point of the day for Sasaroga. He's got one more try at the line. Too strong on the second. Young the rebound. Extra pass finds Anderson for 3. Rips the net. Anderson now with 13 after that 3. And then swatted out of bounds by Isaac Anderson. Give the assist on that Anderson 3 to Nikola Sasaroga. White fading in the corner, missed it short. Farrow puts it up and in, counted in a foul. Weston hit with his third. Farrow to the free throw line for the and one. Doesn't go. Crossover dribble, gets to the baseline, lay it up and in for Isaac Anderson. Gould straightaway three, comes up off the front of the rim, tap to Brett White. He'll float and hit. Anderson driving, lost his defender. That was Brett White. That'll send us to the media timeout. 9:24 to go. It's 71-56 Crusaders from Garth Pleasant Arena on your home for Warriors basketball. .924 to go, 71-56 our score. Warriors with the basketball out of the media timeout. White finds Gould. Gould gonna rise for three, knock it down. Still some work to do for the Warriors, but still 9 minutes of action to play. And remember, back in the first half, we're down 20 at one point, got it to within 5. So down, but not necessarily out of it just yet. Young gets bumped and fouled by Brett White. That'll be number 3 on White. White has 20 in this game. And for the 15th time this season, Brett White with a 20-plus point game. That does include their exhibition game against Oakland where he put up 31. Also had a 20-point game the last time these two teams met back on December 7th. Two at the line for the Crusaders. Here's Walters trying to work his way in. Outside it goes. Gould left open for three again. Put it in. Back-to-back triples by Ashton Gould. McClellan goes to work down low on Gould, lays it up in off glass. Crusaders shooting it at a 57% clip in this one. Shot offline by Walters. Trying to push the other direction, and a nice lay-in at the other end by McClellan. Lost it on the way up, but was able to regain control and lay it up and in. 7.5 to go. Pass intended for Gould is swiped. Immersion extra pass looking for Anderson, who had it stripped out of bounds. For McClellan, off that layup a moment ago, he's got 17. Young trying to work his way in, turns, flips it up, and fills it. Walters skips it cross court. White for three and puts it in for three. Timeout on the floor, 6:51 to go, 79-65 our score. Brett White with that bucket, 23 points for him to lead all scorers. Matthew McClellan leads the Crusaders with 17 points, also has 6 rebounds and 4 assists. He's one of 4 Crusaders in double figures in this one. Weston and Young each have 16. Isaac Anderson has 15, also has 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Crusaders shooting at 58.8% from the floor. Rochester Christian shooting at 50% overall. Madonna 11 of 23 from three-point range. Madonna has assisted on 21 of their 30 field goals. They came into this game averaging 17 assists per contest. Crusaders won the previous matchup between these two teams back in December. 81-65 was the final that day. Juan took a step back and stepped on the line. .637 to go. Walters gets it to Gould. Now he'll go in the direction of Brett White, who draws the foul on Amani Weston. That'll be the 4th on Weston. Puts Brett White at the free throw line. Sinks the free throw. Isaac Anderson will go get Amani Weston, who just picked up his 4th foul. White's second free throw is good. Still time for the Warriors, but gotta find a stop somewhere. 6:15 to go in the basketball game, 79-67. Young being defended by Brett White. Floated outside for Immersion. He'll drive on Walters. Outside for Juan, backs his way in. Stepping back in the corner and spin it out. Tough miss for Anderson. Warriors do get the stop. Free throw line jumper is through for Brody Parker. Spinning goes Immersion, doesn't get the flip to go, but a whistle and a foul. They get the third on Ashton Gould. That'll put Immersion at the free throw line. First time today that he'll step to the line. And he'll miss. Immersion, the senior out of Troy, Michigan, as he misses on both. So now the Warriors come away with a couple stops here. White goes in, lays it up, lays it in. Just like that, down to an 8-point game. And what are we going to get here? Isaac Anderson was in a foot race to the rim, and the whistle blows as he got to the free throw line. .534 to go in the game. It's 79-71. And it looks like our officiating crew will head over to the scorer's table to talk something over. Noel Emmenheiser in his 16th season asking them, it looks like, to at least talk something over here. Not sure what that conversation is being had. But as it currently stands inside the arena, Brett White gets the layup. Give the assist to Gunnar Walters. It's an 8-point game with 5:22 to go. And it looks like the conversation has now wrapped up, and that is where we will stand after all is said and done. Give it off to Anderson, outside for Immersion. Juan, straightaway three off the heel, offensive rebound. Immersion from a long way out, my goodness. Immersion gets into double figures, he has 11. Parker lost it on the floor, Brett White goes up and it falls. Here's Immersion after he just knocked down that parking lot three. Drops it off for McClellan, who bangs inside on Gould. He went down, crowd wants to travel, not gonna get it. 10 to shoot for the Crusaders. Immersion, cross court for Juan, hands it off to Anderson. He'll walk in, drops it off to McClellan, who lays it up and in. Four and 10 to go, 11-point game. Walters gets screened for by White. White gallops in, lay it up, lay it in, counted on a foul. Third foul on Josh Juan sends us to a timeout on the floor. 84-75, both teams in the bonus as we play this one out. 4:03 to go on your home for Warriors basketball.
The value of champions character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
.403 to go in the basketball game. 84-75 our score. Brett White gets the layup. Josh Wan gets tagged with his third foul before the media timeout, so White should be shooting one as we get back to the action here momentarily. Stephen MacDonald here with you on the RC Sports Network. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be tuning in from. For Brett White, that's 31 on the game. Has a chance for 32 at the line here. Goes absolutely silent inside of Garth Pleasant Arena on the free throw, but he missed. Gould takes away the pass. Walters will walk it into the front court with 3:45 to go. Walters, line drive three doesn't go, tracked down in the corner. He's going to try again for three. Another offensive rebound put back up and in by Dustin Farrow. 7-point game, 3.5 minutes to go. Immersion, going to weave his way through traffic, leaves it outside. Weston, float it, missed it, got it back, and draws a foul. Amani Weston has come back into this ball game. He'll play with 4 fouls as Farrow picks up his first. Weston to the free throw line where he's 2 for 2 today. 3:19 to go. First one's up and off. It'll stay a 7-point ball game. Second one by Weston goes through. Warriors still within range. Walters gonna spot up for three, that's off the heel. Long rebound comes out, it's picked up by Immersion. On the run, lay in, doesn't go. Offensive rebound, send it outside. Immersion for three, and there's a dagger. Immersion for three, and just like that, the lead back out to 11. Parker leans back, comes up short, draws the foul. Foul goes on Immersion. Brody Parker at the free throw line and misses on the first. Second one up and knocks that one through. 10-point game with 2:45 to go. That three a moment ago by Immersion was a big one. For Immersion, that puts him at 14 points. He's 4 of 6 from three-point range. Weston tosses it outside, nearly turned it over looking for Isaac Anderson, who missed on the layup. And now he's trailing the play. Walters, Gould steps into a three, got the three! Gould for three again. Timeout on the floor with 2:16 to go. Back down to a 7-point game. Two and 16 to go. 88-81 our score. Warriors have battled all afternoon. Here's Anderson for Young. They cycle it all the way through and get it to Immersion. He'll rise and fire for three. That's short. Gould battling for the rebound. And they'll say Warriors basketball. Looks like Gould got grabbed a couple times trying to go for that rebound. They let it play out, and at the end of all that, still Warriors basketball in a 7-point game inside of 2 to play. Get it over to Gould. Now Walters. Little give and go with Brett White, and that pass is tipped and stolen on the run. All alone, layup in for Isaac Anderson. Walters leaves it for Farrow, gets all the way in, had it blocked. Now Brody Parker spots up for three. Just over a minute left in regulation. And it looks like time will run out on the Warriors. Layup doesn't fall. One more rebound for Gould. Walters has to hurry, gets up the shot, doesn't go. And the loose ball on the rebound corralled by the Crusaders. And this is something you don't say about the Warriors very often over the last 2 seasons. They will drop back-to-back home contests as they fell last time we were here on January 29th against Cornerstone, and they'll come up short here today against the Crusaders. Again, taking a look at the rest of the regular season schedule for Rochester Christian, 3-game road swing coming up on Wednesday. They'll be at Michigan Dearborn, then at Lawrence Tech, and then at Defiance. And then we finish out the regular season here against Cleary on the 22nd. White from a long way out. Conference tournament play for the WAC begins on February 25th. That's a Tuesday, and runs through March 4th. About a half a second difference between clocks, so Anderson will just hang out with the ball at midcourt and just watch the time tick down. And now having a little fun out there as the time winds down. Amani Weston actually came over to guard Isaac Anderson in the final seconds, and that will do it. Crusaders come in, get the 92-81 victory. And they'll have to wait about 0.4 of a second before they can celebrate. And there is the final, 92-81. Taking a look at the final stats in this one before we sign off. Matthew McClellan finishes with 21 points in the win. He was one of 5 Crusaders in double figures. Anderson and Weston both finished with 17. Brendan Young with 16. Ethan Immersion with 14. On the other side for the Warriors, they were paced by Brett White in a valiant effort. 31 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists for him. James Fisher finishes with 13 points. Ashton Gould had 11. And Dustin Farrow had a double-double with 10 and 11 rebounds. But the Warriors come up short on their home floor, 92-81, your final score from Garth Pleasant Arena.